Good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of me playing the 2x2k map on OpenTTD. Continuing where we left off, I actually need to acquaint myself with what was going on. I think I wanted more trains, so let's wait for money, most of all. Which, still takes a wee time. Let's see how much we get out of this, about 50k. So that's good. And now I can get more trains. Marvelous. We'll need to do that a few more times though. No, actually not too bad. Okay. And that one's coming in. Goodies. Right. I mean, really, most of the game is just going to be like this, setting up setting up sex screen. Yes, that's one thing. Actually, we have two, and there's no steel mill nearby, so I could head out towards Port Gold Plains. Why not? Not too bad. Hmm. Yeah, see, I'm still not a huge fan of monorails. But for variety's sake, why not? It's just the usual, we want passenger flow. Still no suburban stations. The suburban stations, there's also city stations that I haven't enabled. They are time-based, basically, so they get enabled in some year. I actually don't know when. Probably like 1950 or 1970. Yes, that's kind of the issue with stations. They're in the way. And if it was a terminus, that would be fine. There's nothing here. Okay, I want one there, so the hotel's kind of included. And oh no. Like the obvious thing I'm trying to achieve, apart from this not blocking off my whole UI, not any better. Okay, never mind. I'll just live with it. So I was trying to think about how to get a tunnel here, but yeah, not without destroying half of town. So maybe here, and just kind of make sure that they will eventually build around here, although they're kind of doing that anyway. And I will not bother with, although I should probably bother with these guys because we are coming out here. That's going to be a hell of a what's supposed to be a tube line, and I need to do something about that road. I mean, it's not really an underground thing per se, but okay. So now we can do that, and then they can keep building. I wanted Monorail. Where do we even start? And in this case, it's not really going to be circular, I think. Although, yeah, why not? It makes life easier. It's just going to be all the bigger. Okay, let's do that. The other issue is obviously that these monorails don't take mail. Which, you know, I mean, I kind of get the idea. If you get on the London Underground or something, you don't tend to see bags of mail. I'll obviously give you that. But it's still an inconvenience. Right. Well, let's fix the roads. So now we're going one way. Okay, they're going to love me later, so I'm not going to bother too much. And doing those signals so I don't forget. Like truth recording stuff in the morning, coffee hasn't really kicked in yet. And just doing that. One thing I do want to do is probably buy that land and build a bit of road. Just in case I need stations. I mean, technically, obviously, I need to pay for. Naughty, naughty. I need to pay maintenance on those. Master unit's not really expanding yet. We're casually ignoring these. Yeah, town placement, joy. Okay, if it's coming in there. Big. Yeah, well, just it's too many towns. Too many towns. I mean, you know, obviously this kind of needs doing. Anyway, because we are committed to connecting everything. But I'm about 200% sure that I'm going to forget something. Like, you know, how to wind this. And I don't even know if this has been included in anything. Bummer. Nope. was missed. Well, you know what? I actually don't care. I'm going to put down a term and just transfer stuff. There you go. And it needs to be 2 long. I make it 3 long, and I know I'm missing stuff. There you go. Be gone. Okay, so that's kind of sorted. Yeah, I don't like this. This has to be the weirdest railway building ever. I mean, obviously, give it some game years and I'll be totally confused about which directions vehicles are coming from. Especially these circular things. Nope. Naughty. Okay, you go there. You attempt to go there. I don't like you. So, signal. We're going to put more signals in, and these are only 5 long. Like, you know, if trains are supposed to come from here, then it's like, what? How? Nah. Okay, let's attempt to. Yeah, I mean, even then, trains are supposed to come from. I might hear a cat meowing, who's very upset because I'm ignoring her. Okay, they are going to start disliking me very soon here, and there appears to be a. I don't care about the Manhattan distance, you silly. Shops and offices. Yeah, that's why hiding everything's not a great idea. Oh well, you'll just go. You get your road back, except that I'm an idiot. Well, at least I didn't do much damage, and I can't do that because there's cat. Behave. I do that, yes. I mean, this is still going to be very, like, loopy. Because, again, if trains come from the right, then this has to wiggle back all the way in all sorts of unhealthy loops. Like such. And then wiggle back out. All that without me trying to totally stunt growth. Okay, I'm glad I didn't end up coming all the way out here. And you see, that's kind of the issue with these. And then, like, yeah, that is not going to be there. I totally have no capacity for that. I don't know. If anyone has some, useful comments on how to do this looping madness, that would be Much appreciated. Still on bridges. Because the obvious issue is, before anyone thinks this is just plain stupid, is the kind of the signaling aspect, that I don't miss-signal everything. And then when later we expand a little, yeah, stuff should still work. Speaking of signaling. Good. I have a trackball, by the way, which is why my scrolling might look a little weird to everyone else. Also, if I ever say something like, I need to clean my ball, I am talking about the trackball, not anything else. Because, I mean, maybe, but what's available? Humans. I'm still kind of keen on tractive effort. So, 140. I think the New York Metro was decent. Nah. Also, nah, because I'm not really keen on replacing everything all the time. Like, that's the unbeauty of this wide selection. It's just way too many of them. Like, I should just stick to, I don't know, the North American set or something. So what I was saying about trackballs is that if you're old enough to remember mice, computer mice with balls, that used to collect an awful lot of gunk. Well, this is exactly it. Nah, I still need to go far, far away. Should probably... there's a way to get the stations on. I'm transport out, so I guess I could do that. Yeah, that's going to be a hell of a system. Alright, so we're not doing anything there. That's done. I mean, I'm kind of hoping these will make money because I just think I clicked out. Yeah, I'm still under that resolution because maintaining all these monorail pieces is going to be bleeping expensive. To the point that this might just be a plain stupid idea. And that was another plain stupid idea because why not? Ah, you know what? Right. There you go. Ugly AF. But it's not a beauty contest. And then I'll be looking at this later thinking, what did I do there? Okay, that's fine. So yeah, that's the thing now. I'm like, well, where are we going? Where are we going? We're going to awesome hipster ironstone. Go away, smoke. I can't see anything. Good. Yeah. And I think I said I didn't want 45-degree angles if not necessary. Okay, I want to leave a lot of space here. So we're going to have stations. And even then, stuff will have to come through here. And that is not good because I need the signal. Okay. Good. Now we're going to basically backtrack and put down signals. Yeah. Well. Okay, goodies. So that's there, that's there. So obviously signaling automatic doesn't go through junctions because it wouldn't know how to. So I have to kind of manually check each and every station. I'm sure I said no to that. No, the way you backtrack signals is Control and then hold. So that's where this is going to become a little more interesting because the maintenance of this whole line is epic in terms of just upkeep for tracks and stuff. And it's going to be a long while before we start making sort of money. That's going to make it sustainable. I mean, that's just the outcome of slow town growth setting, which is obviously something I did, but right. Whatever. Slightly losing patience. Click, click, click. OMFG. This is going to be way too long. Okay. Alright, finally. So this is 5 long. I think we're still sticking to, yeah. Yes. Oh, you can't. Oh, no, I don't want scrap metal. Don't be silly. Humans. So the stations are 5 long. Okay. Oh, let's get going. Yeah, the stations are 7 long. Coffee, where are you? The reason why I was on about the 5 long is because I was contemplating the idea initially to make them 5 long. Okay. Well, one person. Okay, well, we're going to do 2 more, and then the AI is going to take a few game months or years to sort it out with regards to timetabling, and then we'll see how stuff goes. 300 passengers. OMG, you're making money. Great. Now, why did I come here, right? I think I wanted this guy. Yes. Yeah, I can't remember. I wanted to take... Can we go away? Okay, fine. So take these two and take them up there and then kind of see how things go. Actual railway. Actual stations. Yeah, I really wish there were more of these. I mean, there's nothing actually stopping me from doing more station types. I just like complaining because that's what people do. I could just probably hold these around, not make any money, but because it's too close, obviously. Right. Let's do it that way. Do I? What to the point do I even want to group by shared orders? No available vehicles. I don't know. Could I don't know. I'll deal with that later. I mean, currently we're not actually monetizing the ideas, so there's 2 of them. And more mines. Where was I? Sex green. If YouTube's going to mark the video adult content because of the station names, I'll be amused. So yeah, I was kind of saying that, a lot of this stuff is actually not epic difficult to do. By this stuff, I mean the extra stations and all. And I haven't actually looked at the licensing element of how the industrial stations renewal is licensed, but I can't do that, can I? But if it's anything like MIT, and there's nothing stopping anyone from just, getting their bums, sit down, and add a few more stations. And I don't know why I'm doing a railway bridge here. So I want this to loop because it's just less complicated. And now that I did that, I could just kind of loop it back. It's one of the other benefits. Oh, can I share? Yes, I can share. So in old versions, you couldn't actually share the tile between railway types. So yeah, that's the other benefit of having longer bridges. I was saying in the previous episode or the one before that I usually build 4 or 5 long even when I don't need to, because it gets like a better future use logic. It's just gonna go around and leave ample space. Wait, what? No. Okay, why did I pause? And why am I the wrong direction? Okay, we're still making money. That's useful. This will cost an arm and a leg. And then the funny thing is, I come in here and I haven't even bothered about that town. Logic. Okay, something to deal with. But I want to set up my usual 10-ish length. Not that. This. Which is obviously not going to be 10 because just make sure I'm not doing anything particularly stupid. So come out. Yeah. Close enough. I am building electric rail, although I don't actually think I'm at the point yet where I'm going to start using them. Like, we still don't really have to save money where I can just casually replace everything at a whim. Come on. I need about that long. I'm convinced I haven't done this on the other one. Yes. I need to figure out what I want to do with that. For the time being, just to be a total duh, I'm just going to take this down and put yet another bridge. I mean, town's not coming out here anytime soon. Oh, there's a lot of more stuff. I think we just figured out what we do with that punch. Good. Right, where am I going? Pick a tool. See, what would be nice is to have a notes section. Like a notes for myself, so that I don't forget the 5 million things I need doing. And I know I can just open an actual Windows notepad, but that's not what I'm talking about. And we only have one track coming back. Okay, let's go away. Be sensible about things. That's obviously not going to work. There you go. Halted. Okay, that comes in there. Signal, signal, random length number. The reason why I'm looking at this is just to make sure that I haven't actually missed any tile piece. Good. Okay. Okay. Just kind of in case. Well, actually, I don't, because then they could come in here and want to come back in here. So, no, you're just going to suffer. Okay, fine. Goodies. Right, we want to start here and clone one of our award-winning trains. It's kind of on the notion of electric or not. I definitely want none. We are an electric. Yeah, bipolar. Sounds about right. It's me without coffee. Nah, I'm not. Okay, so we're not going to do full load, not the least because we have automatic timetabling. Right. Be gone. Uh, 200. So, on the surface, these guys are small, especially the mines. But that's because we're not getting them any engineering supplies. And so one of the things I'll be doing later on in the game is building an absolute load of canals. And then we're literally going to ship and fly things. Shit. There's just so many towns. Just make sure I'm not like destroying everything. So many towns. Yeah, bummer. Okay. I'm going to make a loop here. Well, needs doing. Famous last words 2 should be enough. Like 640k of memory. Humans. Why am I being sorted by engine ID? I know that's classic, but it would be useful to be able to retain sort. Like, if I actually exit the game, all my sorting's lost. Did I do all? Yeah. Okay, cool. Like, you might rightly think that I'm just jumping all over the place. And again, that's not incorrect. But there are just so many, industries and towns, and ultimately they all need doing. So I don't really think the order makes a huge amount of difference. Okay, so that's kind of being managed. 500 tons. Or huge trains. Okay. Weird. Okay, well that wasn't me, so that's not going to block the town. Like this one will be very potent. Because if you look at it, 3,400 tons and we're not getting any crates in. And master units done. I think I wanted to, well, I don't know. This will be expensive. Maintenance is going to be expensive, more precisely. No, don't want to spend on every bit of junk. Okay, that was a stupid idea. Because obviously then if these guys would come in and go off that way, then they'd have to reverse at the depot, which is like, or kind of defeats all of the purpose of that loop. Okay, done. Hello. Sandfish port. More fish. Okay, we are going to let these go because I still kind of want to focus on things that are a little better financially. Yards. 3 scrap yards, so I could collect some of these. I mean, I'd expect this to be okay. Rest of the world disagrees. Joy. And I've obviously effed up something, yes. Thank you. Go away. Yes, I know you're lost. We're all lost in life. But just wonder is. So on the one hand, kind of a tube service sort of thing would be sensible here because they're pretty close to each other. But on the other hand, do I really want to bother? Actually, or if I want to say, no, not that. So what's the normal thing that takes people? So that takes some people. Hmm. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to play around with this and probably regret. So if I want to stick down a station that's not like how to make bad choices in life. Oh, don't do that. Okay. Yeah. I nope. I think, well, if trains come from the right, then you should not be there. This is going to be so small. Okay, I said 3. Well, I mean, how do I 200 kilonewtons? 250. I mean, we're not going to be speeding much, are we? 44 people. Yeah, let's do that. And then I want people and capacity. Maybe I can stick. Yeah, I always struggle because I don't know how many people this adds. So 144, 200. So that's what, 70 odd? PS 75. Mail. Let's do mail. And I can refit that. That's 3. Okay. You start going between these two. Then make another one. I have questions. More like doubts, really. Type A. Never sit on it. What are you doing? Yeah, good. Okay. Goes very slowly, has a lot more people, but that is a tube type thing. Okay, that is more sensible. I mean, there's, yeah, nothing stopping them from doing this. Okay, fine. We still have 10 minutes. So this is one of the good ones. This is a hotel. Topsoil spork. bingo works. The other thing is, if I now put two terms between these two, or these three, it's going to be very busy because of cargo distribution. Lots of bad choices. Well, you know how they say, it's a problem for another day. We're just not going to connect those yet. Because obviously with cargo, the problem you get is that people want to go places, and these towns being much bigger and connecting each other, people will want to be coming in here. Yeah, well, list my bad choices. Okay. Well, we do have a 65k vehicles patch. The other thing I should look into, which famous last words doesn't sound that difficult, is saving the sorting between sessions. Yeah, I might do that at some point. I've never gotten into C++, but I know a bit of C#. Although that's significantly less complicated. Yeah. Sorry, topsoil, you are being ignored. Okay, we're still going up. I don't know if profit actually considers the infrastructure cost, because if you look at money, apart from I should just pay back loan, we're already paying $1 million a year, which, is a quarter of the actual income. And we're not coming here, obviously. My Little Sugar. Is it similar to My Little Piggy? Or Pony? Bummer. Okay, well, I guess we can put down more of these baby-sized stations. And that's probably going to be the end of this session, because we have 5 minutes left, which is not enough for me to build out the other one. Trains come from the right, and bridge there so that they can do their thing and they medium hate me. Yes, great, marvelous, even better. Okay, I should start grouping things. What am I supposed to call this? Paxan mail. I mean, actually, it's going to be Paxan mail. Okay, let's click the grid. Can I do a subgroup? The name. No. Okay. Okay. So naughty. Pax and mail the long. And then at some point this will have to go in there, but I need to work out how. I call this E for electric rather than monorail. So now I can clone you and just say do that. And the money. Duh. Okay, money, money, money. Alright, I'm going to leave this here for today. And yes, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Feel free to leave comments, questions, whatnot, follows, and I shall see you next time. Bye bye.